You guys are watching Greatness Quest. I'm here with John North, who's a #1 international bestseller of Everything You Know About Marketing is Wrong. Can you hold that book up again for me, brother, so everyone can see it?
Yeah.
And you guys can find this book. Obviously, you can get them in a paper copy. You can go to Amazon and you can check that out. Got to check out this book. We were just talking about how most people are scared of doing going after domination, like of really making their market proposition, incredible, and drawing a line in the sand. You know what? Hold on. Let's talk about your giveaway. I know you're going to give everybody a gift today, John. And if people go to greatnessquest.com/John North, you're going to get John's gifts. I know you got a couple of them. What's your gift you're giving away?
Well, gift number one will be our full video series, which is basically, it comes down to 3 basic marketing mistakes people make and how to overcome them. So basically, we'll cover those things, which is things like business cards, landing pages, and your elevator pitch. So those kind of things that people sort of
the
really
three
don't.
biggest mistakes that most business owners make around their marketing, and then you're going to go over business cards, what they do in their landing page, which I want to get a little deeper with you now. And you called it, cash in your pocket was the third section there. I like that one.
The first 3. Do the first 3 and you'll have cash in your pocket.
Well, I like that. And then you also mentioned a conversion calculator before. So what is the conversion calculator? Because that's going to be another gift that we're going to give.
So that's an online tool. So basically what you need to do is you go in there and you look at your ad that you might be about to run. Like you might be, if you're still doing yellow pages maybe, or you're doing a flyer, or you're doing a website. And basically we go through a series of questions, which are really hard questions, but it nails down. You have to give everything a number. And the final number will tell you whether you're going to convert people on that page or that flyer. And if it isn't, it'll tell you to start again.
All right, I'm looking forward to that. I want to check that out because I like any kind of math where I can figure out my numbers. So, but let's get into, you talked about the next step. So if you can get somebody's unique selling proposition and how they're going to dominate and get them to draw a line in the sand for their perfect customer, what did you say is the next piece or mistake that most people make and you'd recommend for anyone watching?
Well, if they've gone through that process, and the chances are they may have done something like that, again, it gets put on the shelf. It's a bit like the business plan. Once you put it away in your drawer, and that's the end of it. So the next bit's hard because what you actually have to do is go and find those customers based on around what you were looking for. And people don't want to change their website to actually have just that, right? So they want to add everything else up there, and they think people read it because you've got about 9 seconds on a website before people leave it.
Right. When someone goes to a website, what do you think they do when they're going to a new website? What do you think is going through their mind?
Well, I think the thing that I always apply, which is a thing from Mike, was the lizard brain. So if you look at your website vaguely as if you just happen to land on it, and the reality is that what are you going to see first? And I've done this with clients. To say, okay, I'm going to fire off your website, and I'm going to say you've got 9 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What'd you see? I didn't see anything. I saw a blank screen, right?
See,
because the reality is nobody saw anything.
I think that people go this. They go to a website, and the first question they're asking is, "What is it?" They're like, "What is it?" And they're looking around, and then the second question that comes in really quickly is, "What's it about?" Tires or restaurants, or this guy's a consultant apparently. And then the next thing they're looking for, and this happens, I think it happens in less than 9 seconds. I think it's happened in like 3 seconds. And then they're deciding. They're moving their mouse around, right? And they're deciding, what am I going to do next? Am I going to click something or am I out of here? What does this website want me to do? They're like, am I going to read something? Am I going to click something? So I think those are the 3 questions people are looking for. What is it? What is it about? What am I going to do next? And if you can't instantly go ahead and have that be a deliverable to the... God, I don't know why I hit myself when I do these things.
Yeah, I'm glad you hit yourself, not me.
But if you don't know what those things are, and the person that owns that website, and like you just said, one of the things they'll do is, well, I do 10 things, and I don't want to, so why don't we put up all 10 of these things? And I help mom and pop and kids. I mean, so what do you tell someone to do for their landing page? And what is a landing page so everybody understands that?
So the way that the cop-out for most people is that we say, look, if you're really in love with your website, let's just leave that alone. And let's start some landing pages. So what a landing page is basically what I believe with the internet and with websites is pretty much within the next probably 5 years or so, the web will be dead as a desktop. So the landing pages will be king. And really, what landing
Your
page is going to be,
website will be dead, is what you said.
your website will be dead. You know, but nobody will go there. It'll be a graveyard.
Okay, now hold on. That's a pretty ballsy statement. So a lot of people may not have heard that or even have an understanding and call bullshit right now. So
Yes.
what do you mean? What do you mean my website? I just dropped 20 grand in my website. Not me,
Yep.
but the people would say, right? So what do you mean by that?
Well, what's going to happen is that basically people are, you know, mobile. If you look at the drop off in mobile traffic in terms of, and we compare it to desktop traffic, you know, pretty much everything's mobile. If you look at Microsoft, their licenses, 80% of the world, 90% of the world had a Microsoft license. Now only 17 or 18% have. So the reality is nobody's using those desktop products anymore. They've moved on.
Hold on. What are
Website
those
traffic.
numbers again? I got to write that down.
Well, I'm not exactly know the last number, but I read somewhere it's like 18% of the operating systems of Microsoft now on devices.
Really?
And it would be 90 or 80, 90%, say 10
So it
years
used
ago.
to be like 80, 90%, and now it's close, it's less than 20.
Yeah.
So meaning people are using cloud softwares and whatnot instead
They're using
of...
cloud, they're using, you know, Chromebooks, they're using Macs, you know, they're using all sorts of, you know, devices. You
Yeah,
know,
the world's
tablets.
changing. Okay, so then instead of now, if I have my mobile device out, let me pick mine up. If I have my mobile device out, you know, don't I still need a website?
You do, but the reality is you don't, again, you have less time and you have less patience. And I've been visiting a few websites just recently with my mobile device because I sit there and I'm browsing around and they don't work properly. They're supposed to be mobile friendly, but they go crazy on you. Right? So you have a really complex site that's going to have to be run off a mobile. How long do you think they're going to last on there?
Yeah, like 2 seconds. So then what's the solution? Then what's a landing page?
A landing page is specifically designed to convert someone to do something, right? Which most websites are not. Right? Most websites are bright, you know, bright and shiny, pretty brochures. They're not designed to sell. And part of that conversion equation, when you do it, basically says, okay, my website's not going to sell. So where's your call to action? What's the reason you're going to the website? Repel customers you don't want. All those things are the hard things to do. But you can't get that right.
Now, this is why you said that this is hard, because most people have an online brochure. That's their website with all their things that they do. But you're saying the difference is that you'll even bypass this. This is a strategy for our audience here, is instead of even changing your website, which can be a daunting, hard task, you're saying, well, let's just put a landing page in front of that, which is something designed to get the person showing up there to do something specific. I think that's really key. I like the way you actually described that, and I completely agree that that's what a landing page is for. All right, so we're going to take another quick break. You're learning strategies you can use to improve your marketing so you don't do everything wrong. You're watching Greatness Quest.